Grace and peace. Welcome to another episode of You Know What It Is, Success Secrets from the Bible. This is your host, Dr. Mike Favors, and I am the pastor of Empowerment Action Center, and I am excited to share this with you all. Now, before I get started, you all, first of all, I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers. I appreciate the fact that you all continue to rock out with us. I also appreciate the positive messages, you all. It's nothing short of amazing as I read them and you all say that I'm encouraged by the positive attitude, the positive culture and community that we're building here. And that just blesses me, really. So for those who know this and don't know, I am not a financial advisor, so I can't be your financial advisor. But what I am and what I can do is a student, and I share the life lessons of how to achieve the blessings from God. So once again, thank you for being here. And I got something very special for you. So let's dig in and let's get right to this. Let me do this and move that over a little bit. Okay, let's get to it. Today, we're going to be talking about building a financial house. And I say that because sometimes we know as wise master builders, one lay a foundation, one plant, one water, God provides the increase. But a lot of times when we start talking about finances, start talking about money, people get funny. And y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So here's the thing. I want to take you to a text that talks about, or that is written by one of the wisest men we have today, okay? And of course, that is Solomon. I want you to go to Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24 has something in it that is really interesting. And it really was interesting when I saw it. And I said, wow, that is simply an application, or that is a process of how we do a thing. So we talk about building a financial house. You can use this same method, this same process, and apply it to any part of your life. But what I really want to highlight is if you're talking about building wealth, creating wealth, wanting to leave a legacy for your children's children, this is a great way to do it. This is a system how to do it. So let's just read this and get into it. 24 starts this way. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them. For their heart devises violence, and their lips talk of troublemaking. Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with precious and pleasant riches. Okay? So let's look at this and let's break this down. First of all, it says that we are to be mindful to stay away from envious and evil men. Now, what does that really mean to us? When you're talking about envious and evil men, you all, women for that matter as well, just people, envy has to do with wanting something that someone else has versus going to get it, work for it, build it, create it, develop it on your own. So when we are envious of people, right, we desire what they have, and usually with cruel intentions, okay? So then when you talk about evil, opposite of good, just downright, diabolical, if you will. The Bible says that there are, number one, these type of people in the world. So these are the type of people who will prey on you. They will rob you, they will just come after what you have because they want what you have. Okay, that's very important to understand. So when you talk about envious and evil men, the Bible says that we should desire to stay away from them. Meaning if you know someone is going to pull a caper, you know someone is doing something wrong, you don't want to put yourself in jeopardy and in harm's way, being associated with the wrong type of people, the wrong, people who wake up and set out to do bad things to other people. Okay, pretty self-explanatory if you think about it. But here's the reason why. He says their heart devises violence. So you have some people in the world who are violent. They look for trouble. They run to it. It gives them a sense of maybe awareness, or a sense of identity maybe. The reality of it is they are troublemakers, and they keep certain things on their lips. These are your people that's going to gossip, that's going to cause trouble, that keep up mess and all of this. So when you're talking about building a house, you don't want them to be around that, especially when you're talking about working on your finances and trying to build a company and or a business, okay? So now here's the thing. Through wisdom, now please understand this. The Bible says through wisdom, a house is built. So let's take a moment and flesh this. Let's take a moment. First of all, in order for me to understand this, I have to really dig into the definition of wisdom. Now, I'm going to share with you what wisdom is to me, because sometimes when you look up wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the definitions kind of weave in and out, intertwine. So for me, you all, I've come to learn over several years of being in leadership, wisdom is the application of information. Someone gives you some information, gives you a tip, gives you some instructions or whatnot. How do you apply that? It's just like some of the courses that we teach. And by the way, you all, the 5-day challenge is off the chain. I'm telling you, 5-minute reset. I'm getting so many great reviews about it, man. I cannot wait to relaunch that program for you all. But anyway, when it comes to courses and you go to conferences and you're reading books, the key thing is how do you, or if you know how to apply it. Because application, you all, and wisdom as it relates to information gives you an ability to produce. So if you want to build something, you've got to have information, and then you have to learn how to apply that information. This is how people, you all, can hit the lottery. I'm not a proponent of gambling, but I'm just saying people can hit the lottery and be broke the very next year because they don't have information and they don't know how to apply it to keep that money. So as soon as they get it, they tend to go buy things that they always wanted. They dream house, they dream car, not understanding how things work and how finances work. And next thing you know, all the money is depleted. Next thing you know, taxes coming around, property taxes coming around, rates coming around, inflation going up. And if you don't have wisdom, right, to learn how to invest and save and to govern and manage those funds, a lot of people end up broke within a year, okay? So the Bible says through wisdom, a house is built. You want to build your house on wisdom, you all. Information that you can apply that gives you wisdom. And I might add this, it is the right application. Matter of fact, let me write that down. Wisdom is the right application of information. Did y'all see that? Okay. So now, he then goes on to say in the text that, and by understanding, it is founded or established, okay? So watch this. When you're talking about establishing something, say a company, a lot of times when you see a company, it has on there established, founded in 19, or 18, whatever, that is the point and date of origin, okay? So then when it talks about your house being built, you also want to establish certain things, certain foundations, certain principles, certain governing documents, right? You know, LLCs, it's going to be S Corp or C Corp or LLC. You're going to have one or two. You want to be able to establish the work of your hands and establish building a right financial house. So some of us establish what? In our house, we establish trust funds for our children, and we do certain things. We establish investments and things of that nature so that cash flow can continue to come in so that we can support our lifestyle. So basically, you all understanding now, he says a house is established by understanding. Understanding, you all, watch this now, is the interpretation of the information, the right interpretation. Now, once again, you go to a conference, you go to a piece, you go to a course or whatnot, you're going to receive information. So you have to interpret the information so that you can then apply the information. Did you all see that? That's the application of the information, how you apply it, and then interpreting the information lets us know if your interpretation, if your perception, right, your perspective, if they are in alignment with your house that you're building, okay? That's the understanding. So he then says, by knowledge, the rooms are filled. Let me tell you something. I'm not talking about barely, right? When you talk about knowledge, I mean, talk about these rooms being filled. Imagine me pouring this cup to the point to where it fills all the way up. Okay? It continues to pour. It continues to go. Now, imagine this now, that you build a financial house to the point to where you got the right information for application. You understand the information through interpretation, which is the knowledge. And now, understanding, and now you're going to have knowledge so that you can fill the rooms, right? Fill the things in it. Fill your business with employees and with products so that you can always continue to provide this service or this product for these people, all right? Knowledge does that. So then watch this. Knowledge is learning the information. Now, I could have taught this knowledge first, then understanding, and then wisdom. So you learn the information, interpret the information, and apply the information. You can build you a financial house. But very quickly before we get out of here, I got to read this last sentence. It says, by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. I need someone to understand. Whether you're building a house, a business, a company, a relationship, you want all components. Now go with me, allegorically speaking. Go with me and understand that all aspects in your room, you want bed, TV, dresser, and things you in your guest room, in your pool house. You want these nice things, and you want every room in your house to be filled, right? Now imagine your financial house, your financial portfolio. Do you have savings? Do you have investments? Do you have a college fund? Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have a cash flow fund? Do you have a trust in things that's going to take care of tomorrow? Do you have a will and testament? Do you have all of these things in your financial house? Hey, let me tell you, if you use this system right here, you can build a house that will stand no matter if any trouble come, if a storm come, anything like that. You can build a prominent financial house. I want to read one more thing. He says, a wise man is strong. Yes, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counsel you will wage on war, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety. I want to ask you all to receive the counsel of the Lord this morning. Receive the wisdom in terms of doing business. And really seek this text and see how this one Bible secret, you all, can change the trajectory of not only your life, but your children's children. Okay? So once again, that's a system coming from Proverbs 24 of how to build a financial house. And I hope this was good. And as always, you all, hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share the broadcast. Turn on that bell. So every time we come on with a live broadcast, you can be one of the first to experience what we have to offer you all. Thanks so much again. We'll see you next time.